Hello guys, welcome back again on my YouTube channel. I hope you are doing well. So in today's video we will discuss about the grep and SSH in detail. Along with that we will also perform practicals with all the real-time scenario that we use in our real-time job. So please keep pause this video till the end. So without wasting time, let's start it. So first is So here I will use two servers. The first is server and another is clients. So right now I am using a VMware workstation on which I have created two server. One is server and another is client. So we will perform this task of grep as well as SSH on both of these server. So what is grep actually? grep it stands for Globally Search for Regular Expression. It is basically a tool or utility that is used to search a particular pattern or to filter out the output in the text files. So the grep command in Unix Linux is a powerful tool used for searching, manipulating text patterns within files. Its name is derived from ed, that is editor command, which reflects its core function. grep is widely used by the programmers. It can be used by programmers, system admins, and users alike for its efficiency and reliability in handling text data. So with the help of grep utility, you can increase your efficiency, whether you are a programmer, developer, you are a system admin, or any kind of support role you are performing. So this grep utility will be very helpful to increase your work efficiency. So in today's video, we will discuss everything about the grep. So there are so grep is basically uses with the help of some syntax we perform. So there is a pattern that we use like grep and space, then bracket, then options. Let me show you what actually the pattern syntax of the grep that we use in the Linux. There is pattern and then here file. This is the syntax of grep. So here options, you can use multiple options that we will discuss in detail, and you can search pattern as per your requirements. So options is basically a command line flex, and patterns are regular expressions, and file names are the files, text files that in which you want to search. So So there are couple of options that you can use along with grep. So let me show you. Before that, we will create the pre file. Then we will apply the filters with the help of grep. So let me first create a file. Any text file you can create and write some. Let me jump in one directly. Let me do like bam. Okay. I will create such. Then let me make like let me put it on my dot create. Check whether my file has been created or not. As you can see, my file has been created. So let me write some text in this file. So I will add, you can add text as per your own. So let me write like, actually we are learning Unix and Linux. So like Unix is great OS. We will also make some mistakes and then we will filter out with the help of grep. So don't worry, Unix was developed in Bell Labs, as you know. Next is learn operating system. Operating system, then like Unix, which one you choose? Which one you choose? You should learn operating system. Next, we will use, let me write in the lower and upper alphabet as well, like Unix is easy, easy to learn. Unix is a multi-user OS. Learn Unix, learn what Unix is about. Unix is not power. That's all. Save it with the help of escape, then colon, looking, enter. Let me check whether the so you go that command that you can see that in added in the file. So now we will use grep to filter out text. So there are a lot of options that you can use. So let me discuss step by step. The first is grep -c, a small c. That is basically this prints only count of lines that match pattern. Let's say you want to match particular pattern, so it will only reflect the count of lines. Let's say a file contains 10 lines and you search for a particular word, and out of 10 lines only 3 lines contains that word, so it will print number 3. So C will print only from lines that matches a. So let me search like hyphen C. I want to search pattern Unix, in which file that we created, and hit enter. So it is showing me like in this file in 2 lines this Unix pattern is present. So let me check that. As you can see Unix, yes, this is 1 line. No, not present Unix. As we know that Linux is a case sensitive. Um, Whatever command you will use, it should be in proper format. So here you can see this U is in text, so this will not count. And next is one. So my answer is correct. One is this, another one is this. So the first option is correct. So let let me jump ahead. The next option is grep -small h. This will display the matched lines but do not display file name. So in previous -c It was showing the count of numbers. Now it will display the matched lines but do not display file names. So let me try. Let me search again the same word, Unix and the technical. So it should print the matched line. As you can see, our matched lines has been printed. Unix is equal to S. Unix was developed in Belgium. So this is one line, another line is this. So this you can use. These are two options. The third is hyphen I. Hyphen I ignores case for matching. In just recent options, as we see in first option, that is hyphen C. So it was, let me open it. You can see this Unix is in a small letter, and this Unix contains U in caps. So with the I option, it will ignore case sensitive, whether it will be in uppercase or lowercase, it will ignore and it will print the result. So let me try. So let me search like grep hyphen I ignore case, and I want to print a line that contains Unix. Ignore case. So as you can see, it is also printing the line that is which contains Unix word, but that has Q in uppercase. So it is, and similarly in the third line, N is present in the uppercase. So it is ignoring the case. So with the help of I, if you want to search a particular pattern that where you want to ignore the case sensitive, you are not sure like whether it is in lowercase or uppercase. So in that conditions, you can use hyphen I option. So this is the great option you can use with grep utility. Our fourth option is hyphen L. Hyphen L display list of file names only that that contains the particular word. Let me try this option. Let's say I want to search uh, uh, Linux in current working directory. I want to list out the files that contains the Linux pattern. So how many files are there? I want to know. So as you can see, this is showing me some error. Let me check. As you can see, there is only one file technical which contains the pattern Linux. So with the help of this hyphen L option, you can check like how many files are there which your pattern are present in there, so you can list out all the files. Our next option is hyphen n, grep hyphen n. So it will display the matched lines and their line number as well. So as in previous option like hyphen s, it was displaying the matched line but do not display file name. But with the help of hyphen n option, you can display the matched lines along with their line number as well. So let me try out. So let me try the same word, Unix, or let me try another like Unix, Linux I want to search, or you can search as per your requirement. So it should show me the matched line along with line number as well. So as you can see, In my technical.txt file, the fourth line is contains the Linux pattern I can see. Similarly, let me check the Unix in place of Linux. Let me try for Unix. And Unix, as you can see, uh, two lines, that is 1 and number 6 contains Unix. So this is also a very good option you can try out. The next is hyphen small p, grep hyphen p. Just print out all the lines that do not match the pattern. Let's say in previously at we were printing the lines which match the pattern. Let's say I want to print the lines which do not contains the matched patterns. So I want to know that how many lines are there that did not contains the patterns. So let's say I want to search how many lines are there in the technical amount.txt files that did not contains the Linux pattern. So to display. So as you can see, uh, let's say I want to check the line number as well. So you can also use hyphen n here, hyphen v and Linux. You can see the first line that not contains the Linux, that it is printing. The second is blank. Third is learn operating system, that also not contains Linux. Fifth is blank, and sixth line is also not contains any Linux word. So hyphen V option you can try out to or print out the lines that do not match the pattern. So these are the some of the common options. There are a couple of more options you can try out with the help of grep. So these are the some of the options that I mentioned here. Let me jump into another topic, that is SSH. So you can that's all for grep. You can try out these options, and if you want to know more about the graph, so you can comment me for any doubt, and you can also try out more options for the graph. So let me show you. These are the some of the options that you can try out, which we already discussed. So that was the document which I have created. So let me jump in another topic, that is SSH. So what is SSH really? So SSH is a secure shell, like a super secure way. So in Linux environment, we use SSH like a super secure way to talk to faraway computers called server. Let's say you have a server which is located far away, and you want to communicate to do servers. So in that case, SSH is a very powerful and very secure way by which you can communicate to your remote servers. It is like a secret tunnel on the internet that keeps your conversation safe and private. So it is like a secret channel, and it is a secure tool. It will keep your communication, your conversation safe and private. So it is basically a network protocol designed to enable secure communication. So SSH is basically a protocol, एक protocol है, and which is designed to enable secure communication. SSH uses port 22 for the communication, and it is worked on TCP/IP that you should remember. And let me discuss about the syntax. What is the actual syntax of the SSH? So, as in this previous lesson, we discussed about the pattern of grep. Similarly, we will discuss about the pattern of SSH as well. So the pattern is for SSH is like SSH username at hostname. In place of hostname, you can also mention the IP address. So this is the pattern which basically SSH uses. The first is SSH, then space, the username by which you want to log in, and then at, and then the hostname or IP address. So before connecting to a remote server, there are some prerequisites that you should always keep in mind before connecting to your remote host. So the first is remote computer status. Let's say you connect to a particular remote server. So make sure remote computer or remote server is turned on. SSH relies on active network connectivity, and remote server need to be accessible. The first and the major condition is that your remote server should be powered on, up and state, and it should have an active network connectivity. And because without network connectivity, you can't use SSH. You cannot connect to your remote server. So the first condition is it should be turned on. Next is it should have a great network connectivity. The second is identification information. As we discussed in the syntax, uh, like the host name or IP address or username. So you should have the identification information like the IP address or the host name of the remote machine. This information is crucial for directing your SSH connection. Without this information, you cannot connect. The third is permission to access. Ensure that you have a necessary permission to access the remote computer. This typically involves having valid username and password. Once you connect to your remote machine, so after entering the IP address and username, it will also ask you to enter a password of remote machine. So you should have permission to access to your remote machine. So permission to access you should have. The fourth is firewall setting. This is also very important. You should always keep in mind, take the firewall setting on both your local and remote machines. You should check on both your local machine. As you can see, right now I am using two servers. One is server, another is client. So we will do practical as well. So this is my host server and this is another is client. So check the firewall setting on both of your local and remote machine. SSH connection uses typically port 22. So your firewall should allow SSH to communicate like firewall service or port should be allowed in firewall. So this is the prerequisite. In most of the system by default SSH comes in pre-installed. If not, so you can also install it on both client and server with the help of uh, these commands. So let me show you. If you are using Debian or Ubuntu, so you can just simply use like sudo apt install OpenSSH client OpenSSH server. So these two packages you basically required to use SSH. And similarly, if you are using like Red Hat based or like CentOS, Fedora, so you can use in place of apt, you can use yum install or dnf install. These similar packages you can install since and after that you install so you can check the status of your uh, SSH service with the help of this command systemctl state SSHD the service name. So as you can see in my server it is active and running. So let me check into client machine as well. SSH like system CTL status SSH. You can see in my client machine also it is active and running. So uh, uh, before connecting to the remote machine, you should check that your SSH packages should be installed. If not installed, so you can install with the help of this command. So let me jump ahead. So let me show you how you can easily connect to your remote machine. So here I will show you with the help of let me check the IP address of my server. This is my server part and this is my client part. So let me first check the IP address of the server. So to check the IP address, you can check if config. If you want to check IP address in Windows, so in place of if config, you can use IP config. Since I am using Linux, so I will use if config pipe less. Pipe less is optional uh, for for the better pattern. You can also check just by if config. So as you can see, ENS36 IP address is 192.168.1.3. So let me check the IP address of client. You can see my client IP address is 192.168.1.4. Net mask is this. So let me try out of SSH to connect to it from server to client. Let me come out from this. Before connecting, as we just discussed in prerequisite points, that your network connectivity first is, as you can see, our client machine is up and running. You can see, you can see our client machine is up and running. It is also powered on. And next, it should have a network connectivity. So you should have a network connectivity. Let's say I'm using here two servers. It can be more than two servers in your environment. So all the servers should be connected. So the server and client should be connected. So let me ping from server to client whether it is connected or not. So let's just we check the IP addresses. Let me check again. As you can see, the IP address is 1.4. So let me ping from server to clients 192.168.1.4. As you can see, my client server is pinging from server side. So this is the prerequisite you should check always. So now let me try with the help of SSH to take remote of my client machines. I want to take remote of my client machine. So let me try SSH. Let me follow the syntax SSH space the username. Username is line. You can also log them as a root. In place of client, you can mention root. Right now, I am using client uh, IP address of client machine, which is 192.168.1.4. Hit enter. So it will, when you first connect to any particular server, so it will ask you some points like keeping fingerprints. It will confirm from you. Are you sure you want to continue connecting? So just say yes. Now it will ask you to enter the password of your remote machine. So let me enter the password. So as you can see, my uh, client has been connected. I am now connected to my client machine and I can work now like a local machine. So let me try some command like grep-h. Let me create some files and we'll check by going on to the client machine. So let me go into OPP and here I will create some files like touch, SSH, testing, txt. Let me create another. Let me create one direct mkdir. Let me create another like touch and.txt. As you can see, all the three file and directory has been created. So let me jump into the client side now and will check whether the file has been created or not. Let me jump into the similar directory like opt and will check ls hyphen yeah. So as you can see, this file we just created like SSH testing commit directory .client.txt. These files just be created. So by connecting SSH, uh, by connecting with the help of SSH to any remote machine, you can work like your local machine. So this is a great utility. This is a very secure tool you can use to connect to any of your remote machine, and you can work like a local machine, and you can try out any, you can perform anything, like you can install packages, you can move files, you can compress files, you can update your remote system. Whatever task you want to perform, you can easily perform like your local machine. So you can try out. So I hope this video will be a very helpful for you, and you can perform, and please do practice also, because without practicing you cannot understand it well. So please keep watching videos, and please do practical also. And for any type of doubt, you can comment me, you can ask anytime. So then I will revert back to you accordingly. Thanks for watching.